गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। इस थर्ड वीडियो में आपका स्वागत है। इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे एग्रीकल्चर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन की, जो इस चैप्टर का इस वीडियो में थर्ड टॉपिक बनाया गया है। तो चलिए जान लेते हैं एग्रीकल्चर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के बारे में। सबसे पहले एग्रीकल्चर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का मीनिंग जानते हैं। Agriculture diversification refers to reallocation of productive resources such as land, labor, capital, farm equipments, etc. in the agriculture sector into new activities. अगर दूसरे वर्ड में हम कहें तो हम कहेंगे diversification means a major proportion of the increasing labor force in the agriculture sector needs to find alternative employment opportunities इन अदर नॉन फार्म सेक्टर्स। तो यहाँ पर एग्रीकल्चर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इज़ एन इम्पोर्टेंट इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर डेवलपमेंट इन इंडिया। इट इज़ रिगार्डेड एज एन इम्पोर्टेंट मीन्स टू इंक्रीज आउटपुट, टू जनरेट मोर एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड टू इंश्योर सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज। अगर हम इसको आगे पढ़ना चाहें तो हम उसको टू टर्म्स में डिवाइड करके आगे पढ़ सकते हैं। फर्स्ट पॉइंट है हमारा चेंज इन क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न, जो कि डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन से रिलेटेड है, जबकि दूसरा जो है वो है डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटीज़, जो कि रिलेटेड है शिफ्ट ऑफ वर्कफोर्स फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर टू अदर अलाइड एक्टिविटीज़ एंड नॉन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर। तो इन दोनों को ही हम अच्छे से जानेंगे। सबसे पहले हम चेंज इन क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न को जान लेते हैं। तो सबसे पहले फर्स्ट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न की बात करते हैं, जिसे हम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ क्रॉप्स भी कहते हैं। एग्रीकल्चरल डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इन इंडिया इन रिसेंट ईयर्स इज characterized by diversification within the crop sector. It implies substitution of one crop from another or one product for another. It gives a wider choice in the production of variety of crops. It implies switch over forms from the production of food crops like wheat and rice to the production of commercial crops like cotton, oilseeds, sugarcane, etc. It means it shift from subsistence farming to commercial farming. It implies shift from less remunerative crops to more remunerative crops. Diversification is also reflected in the rising export of high valued agriculture products. So this is the first diversification cropping pattern था ये। आइए दूसरे के बारे सेकंड पॉइंट बी के बारे में हम बात करते हैं। सेकंड बी पॉइंट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट फॉर प्रोडक्टिव एक्टिविटीज़। This type of activities, it implies shift of workforce from agriculture to other allied activities such as livestock, poultry, fisheries, etc. There is a greater risk of depending exclusively on farming for livelihood. Diversification towards new areas is necessary not only to reduce the risk from agriculture sector but also to provide productive, sustainable livelihood option to rural poor. As agriculture is already overcrowded, a major proportion of the increasing labor force need to find alternative employment opportunities in the other non-farming sectors. There are many non-farming sectors in Indian economy, but some points include our topic, that is first point is dynamic subsectors. The dynamic subsectors include agro processing industries, food processing industries, leather industry, tourism industry also include. These sectors process dynamic linkages that permit healthy growth. Second point is traditional household industries. These industries included mainly three types of sectors which have the potential but lack infrastructure and other support include pottery, crafts, handlooms, etc. Majority of rural women find employment in agriculture, while men generally look for non-farm employment. Some important non-farm areas of employment as are below. First is animal husbandry, second is fisheries, and third is horticulture. So, first point, animal husbandry. It plays an important role in national economy and in social economic development of the country. Animal husbandry's output contributes about 30% of the country's agriculture output. In India, diversifications has occurred also in terms of moving away from crop production to other agriculture activities, mainly livestock farming. Livestock farming has become a secondary source of income for millions of rural families in India. The farming community use the mixed crop livestock farming system. Cattle, goats are the widely held species. A scheme for livestock insurance is being executed in the states with the dual objective of providing protection mechanism to farmers and cattle rearers against loss of three animals due to debt. Milk production in India has recorded a significant increase over time, from 17 million tons in 1950-51 to 166 million metric tons in 2011-12. India has emerged as the world's largest producer of milk. Meat, eggs, wool and other byproducts are also emerging as important productive sectors for diversification. Second point is fisheries. The fishing community regards the water body as mother or provider. The water bodies consisting of sea, oceans, rivers, lakes, natural aquatic ponds, streams, etc. are an integral and life-giving source for the fishing community. Fisheries sector is an important source of livelihood for the people in the country, particularly for the people belonging to states of Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Fisheries and allied activities provided livelihood to over 14.4 million people in 2013-14. Fisheries sectors contributed 5.4% of GDP from agriculture and allied activities. Fisheries sectors faces the problem of low productivity, low income, underemployment and slow upgradation of technology. And the last third point is horticulture. It is an important area of diversification of production activity in rural areas. It includes a wider range of crops, that is fruit crops, vegetable crops, flowers, species, medicines and aromatic plants and plantations crops. The period between 1991 to 2003 is also called an effort to heralding as a golden revolution, because during this period the plant investment in horticulture became high productive and the sector emerged as a sustainable livelihood option. India is the second largest horticulture producer in the world, just after China. India has emerged as a world leader in producing a variety of fruits like mangoes, bananas, coconuts, cashew nuts, and number of species, and is the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables. Over the years, horticulture has emerged as one of the potential agriculture enterprises in accelerating the growth of the economy. Economic condition of many farmers engaged in horticulture has improved and it has become a means of improving livelihood for many unprivileged classes. However, horticulture sector in India faces various problems. Low crop productivity of the small farmers, huge post-harvest losses and damages during transportation of horticulture products, inadequate transport and short facilities, and low export competitiveness of the Indian producers are some of the difficulties faced by the fruit and vegetable growers. So, 3 points include traditional household industries. ये हॉर्टिकल्चर को ख़त्म करने के बाद एग्रीकल्चर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन वाला टॉपिक समाप्त होता है. इसके बाद अगले वीडियोस में हम मिलते हैं जहाँ पे हम ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग की बात करेंगे. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.